Leo, a lot of messages are coming through for you, and I feel like this is going to be a good one. Okay, so in my meditation, I got that something is out of order, or there's going to be a new order to something. So apply this message to any area of your life or any situation that it's resonating with. It could be about love, money, spirituality, health, friends, family. But there's a new order that's happening. Now, I did get something about walking away, but I heard that right as I came in this room before I did my prayers and my opening. So I'm going to just take it with a grain of salt. And maybe that's the message for you. Somebody could be walking away from something, or you're thinking about it, but you need to take it with a grain of salt. I'm also getting somebody could be bluffing about something. It's kind of something that Spirit doesn't want you to pay a lot of attention to. Your whole attention. Don't give all of your attention, your whole attention, your whole being over to this thing that is happening where either you're thinking about walking away or someone else is thinking about walking away. There's something about it changing with time, a grain of salt. Okay? Maybe just hold on to that for a second. We'll see where we go in the reading. I heard that you're going to get confirmation of something, and it's likely going to come through in a sound. Okay, there's an upturn and an uptick of energy. Something is picking up speed. Something that was dormant is starting to really cycle in a lot faster for you. And then this cycling of energy that's coming through for you, and it's kind of like rolling in the timeline, is creating a doorway. Yeah, it's like a bulldozer. There's a blocked space here, a blocked portal, and maybe some creative project or somewhere you were trying to go, some feeling you had, and this new energy is cycling through, smashing through this wall and opening a doorway for you, opening a portal for you. Okay, and then the card I got is number 16, the well, where lies the source. And this card is talking all about digging deep within into your subconscious mind, into your intuitive realm, into your imaginal space to find answers and magic to help pull you through or to help you transmute some energies right now. There is magic within you. You don't need to look outside of yourself to make something happen. You have everything you need to create the outcome you desire. This might be a very emotional time for you, and I feel like you're in alignment with what's happening astrologically. Now, my readings are timeless, so this message can resonate with you whenever, wherever. But as I'm recording it, there's a lot going on in Pisces, a lot moving into Pisces, and I feel like you are perfectly attuned with that energy, with the water element. Okay, so maybe you want to spend some time meditating with water or paying attention when you're drinking water, putting labels on your water, words that you want the water to embody that you then consume. There's also something about scrying with water that you can do. And I think that's kind of what she's doing here, some water witching. She's doing some scrying. There's something you're going to discover that lays in this kind of fluid, subconscious, intuitive, psychic space. This feels like a very exciting discovery, okay? But you're going to have to go deeper than you think. Now, I don't know exactly what that means for everyone. Maybe you need a few nights out to yourself to do some meditation or just spend time with yourself, writing down your own emotions around something, because it feels like this is very private, the well. Now, number 16 in the tarot corresponds to the Tower card. So something could be feeling quite explosive. Now, I don't feel like a tower has happened, but it's almost like the anticipation of it looming, maybe in your own life or maybe just out in the world. But there's something about this tower, that fire energy, that Mars energy in the tower, contrasted with this water element that you're working with that brings you into balance. So whatever it is that's around you that feels like a tower moment, know that you have equal amounts of soul energy, I'm hearing, to balance out any negative effects that you feel might happen from some kind of explosive or difficult or unexpected situation. You're going to be just fine, and you're doing the right thing. Okay, so this doorway is really important too, because I just saw it again. There's a new order. Something has been not, it just feels like this new order is a reshuffling of the energy for your benefit. So let's pull some more cards out and see what else we get, Leo. 5 o'clock even on the timer. Number 5 is the Hierophant energy, which is structure, divine wisdom, teaching, institutions too. So there's some, I'm hearing credibility. You have some credibility with something. 5 is also change. And that's where the Tower feels like it's coming in too. And I'm seeing Mars with the number 5. Maybe Mars is in your 5th house, or it's moving through your 5th house. I don't know. Okay, so let's see what else we get here for you, Leo. Tell me more for what Leo needs to know for their highest good and the highest good of all, which is the same thing. So let's see. For Leos, lovely Leos. I was saying that too as I was meditating. I was like, what's the message for lovely Leos? And while you are lovely, I don't always say that. So there's a kind of, I'm hearing respect and admiration someone has for you. The more you can dip into this soft, fluid, flowing water energy and use your imagination and stay creative, and I'm hearing and stay kind, the more attractive you become. Okay, you have enough water to put out the Tower's fire. Okay, so let's see. Some of you might be dealing with an Aries. Influence. Ooh, yes, this water, this Pisces energy, the planets here, they're influencing you quite a lot. Okay, let me just see if I can pull this up quickly to see what's exactly happening here. Because it's really coming through in your reading. Okay, yeah, so as I'm doing this reading, Venus is in Pisces, North Node is in Pisces, Moon is in Pisces. As I'm reading this now, that will likely change by the time you see this. The Sun is almost there. It will be coming into Pisces really soon. And then Mars is behind in Aquarius. And Neptune, which has been in Pisces for a long time, has just moved to Aries. So there's a new, there's a new order. There's new energy coming in, that's for sure. Okay, let's see. And nothing's quite happening in Leo yet, although there's probably some aspects that are really important. So if you're interested in astrology, I would recommend paying attention to that because it's coming through quite strong in your reading, and it doesn't always. And if you don't know much about astrology, that's okay. Just focus on working with intuition, imagination, psychic space, and flow, wherever and whenever you can, in any aspect of life. Before making a decision, before saying something, writing something, doing something, ask yourself, is this flowing? Is this coming from an intuitive space? There's something you're seeing as well. I'm getting you're writing something, maybe an email, a text, a letter, and as you write, you see something you need to see. Maybe this is when you hear the confirmation sound. But water is heavily influencing you, and the astrology too. Okay, let's see. Something about your North Node is important as well. Okay, so let's see. Some of you are just stepping into some studies around astrology with the Hierophant coming through too. That's a huge doorway for you of understanding and magic. So let's see what energies are supporting Leo here. What is the energy helping Leo, supporting them, guiding them in their favor that they have access to? Lamenting, 5 cups, pessimism, regret. So you're critical of something. Now, it could have been an action you took or someone else, but you're lamenting on it. Interesting. And I'm seeing the umbrella is really catching my eye. It's upside down. Yeah, see, instead of trying to, thank you, Spirit, instead of trying to refract the water, deflect the water, you're turning the umbrella upside down and it's becoming a cup for you to collect the water. You see? Beautiful. So a setting, interesting. A situation or a setting, I guess, that had you feeling low, okay, that was maybe a pessimistic type of situation or something regrettable has happened or just sad. You found a way to allow it to not deplete you anymore, or you will find a way to use that energy instead to support you. Now, I also feel like other people are expecting you to be a container for their feelings. So you have to be careful of how much water you catch and whose water you catch, whose energy, whose emotions. Yeah, because with the influence card here too, other people's emotional states could be really influencing your decisions or your perspective. So it's not that that's necessarily a bad thing, but it's something to remain conscious of. Okay? So I love this. You've turned a very sad, sucky, whatever it is, unfortunate situation around. You've turned it around for yourself. Now, it might still feel difficult, but it's feeding and fueling you, I want to say, rather than depleting you, or that shift is about to happen. Can I have one more with the Five of Cups? What is this? Yeah, rather than seeing the storm and the rain as something that you should protect yourself from and stay inside, you're welcoming it, you're collecting it in your umbrella, maybe so that you can put out that tower fire. Let's see, what's supporting? We have two, I'll take them. Impulse, Knight of Matches in reverse, and Endeavor, Page of Buttons. Knight of Matches is the Knight of Wands. Anger, it says on it. Heedless, and with the Page of Buttons, you're learning to control your impulses and your anger. Yeah. Now, I feel like some of you have you all have a loud roar, we know this. But some of you have a very quiet anger, okay? You do a really good job of containing it, but I feel like that's maybe been a little bit unhealthy for you. The umbrella, right? Like trying to protect yourself from those emotions and not letting them get in. But at some point, the storm is so heavy that the umbrella is just going to collapse in on you, so it's better to just turn it around and deal with the emotion. Yeah. So you are endeavoring, you are learning how to work with your own impulses and your own anger. And because of that, you're going to know and master and learn how to deal with other people's emotions and anger. It becomes much easier when you know how to work with your own energy at a deep subconscious level too, your own traumas, your own wounds, the ways you slighted yourself, your regrets, all of that. When you're able to look at that, heal that, work with that, accept it, love yourself through all your own faults as you perceive them, then when somebody else, I'm hearing tickety-boo, I don't know, when somebody else comes along, it's really easy to not not let their energy and their chaos start to become yours, because you have a clear boundary, a clear understanding of what's yours and what's not yours. And you know this, 13. You know this. There's been a transformation in your energy. Okay. Now, some of you I'm seeing, you might have done something impulsive and you regret it. That's only for a couple of you. And if that's the case, this regret is actually serving you. I don't know why, but we're going to find out. Let's see. Sometimes when we do something that's out of our character or something, we look back and we say, oh, we shouldn't have done that. I kind of regret it. That's when we really see ourselves and where our wounds still are and where the things we need to work on, I'm hearing, our contradictions are. Okay, so those moments, we don't have to chastise ourselves for them. We can take them as learning moments, like, ooh, I thought I was better than that, but look what I just did. Take that moment as I'm hearing a crystal. A crystal is a point on a mirror for you to really look into a part of yourself. Interesting. Decadence as the challenge, the universe in reverse. Stagnation, regress. That's funny because I've been hearing a lot of people say for universe, you inverse. That the universe is you inverse, right? Like you are manifesting the universe. It's a reflection of you. So that's interesting. It's coming through as you inverse in reverse. Okay, maybe there's a little bit of a puzzle or a tongue twister that's catching you up here. It says stagnation on here. Yeah, that's that wall that I was seeing. And this this bulldozer is about to come through and smash through a doorway. A bowl. Oh, water, of course, a bowl. Work with water. keep some fresh water out on your desk or beside your bed or whatever you feel guided to do. Go with your intuition and what your intuition tells you to do. Or if you have a particular reference or knowledge about some kind of rituals, you could go to that as well. But water, so important. And drink more water. Okay, decadence. Okay, let's get a couple more. I'm just going to take this one. Inner journey, 8 of Cups, walking away. Oh yeah, I got that. Walking away. Walking away. It says it right here. Introspection. Okay, so take it with a grain of salt. And also take water with a little bit of salt in it too for your electrolytes. Well, we know this. The inner journey is here, that's for sure. Something hasn't fully completed yet with the World card in reverse. There's a little bit of a moment where things feel like it's not going anywhere, or you're repeating something, or something's just ongoing. This is where I feel like you could put something in a different order, change the order of something. The order of the way you do things in a day, the order of maybe the way you read tarot, or I don't know what you're doing exactly, but if you put something out of order, it creates a new order for you. It increases the energy of something you want to create. So what hasn't finished yet? What is still needing completion? What is still needing completion for Leos? Repression. Oh, the moon in reverse, confusion and fear. With the well, honey, I never say that. Maybe you should have some honey too. Now we've got like water, hot water, a little bit of salt, some honey. You need an elixir. Okay. Your throat could be sore from talking too much, or raspy, or maybe that roar, you've been roaring a lot, You need to calm your throat chakra. Even if you've been quiet, there's something about soothing, not calm, soothing it, soothe it. So repression with the well, confusion and fear. What's going on here? You're going on an inner journey and it's causing you some fear. Well, I got news for you. That's normal. You're on the right track. If you go on an inner journey and you don't find anything confronting or anything that raises confusion or is a little bit scary, what are you even doing? Now, the inner journey can be beautiful, and there are beautiful parts of it that feel wonderful and validating, but it's a mixed bag. Okay, you're going to come up against something that is difficult, and I feel like you have. Some of you might need to release something that you associate with the word decadence. Now, I don't know what that is. I feel like I can't really get to a specific there, so I'll just say that. Whatever you associate with decadence, you may need to release that, and it's really hard for you to do that. It could be a future vision, could be something you have now. There's something you're repressing, as this card is telling me, that you are seeking to uncover. And whatever it is that you're repressing, whatever's in your shadow, maybe it's a childhood memory, a wound, a desire that you feel you can't fulfill, so you've shut it out. It's that energy of repression is influencing you right now. Okay? And if you're not conscious of it, it's probably not influencing you in a way that feels good. So we want to bring it to the surface so we can look at it and see it for what it is. So let's get the tarot out and see if we can find out what's going on here. Lovely Leo. Lovely Leo, but then the cards are like, Leo's got an anger issue that they're dealing with. They got some things that they're repressing. But, I mean, that's whatever. You're a human. Duh. Okay, so let's find out. Ooh, the chariot for your overall energy. The bulldozer. You're also cracking the whip with something. Let's see. What else is going on here? I feel like this sensation of wanting to sneeze. Let's see. Huh. Well, it turns out just fine. But you have to find and look at some kind of difficult truth or uncomfortable truth. Or accept it. Maybe you already know. But once you do, it goes swimmingly for you. Isn't that a good word to use with all the water? Now, in your cups, there's only one water card I'm seeing, and it's in the challenge. So let's go through it, and I'll clarify as we go. The chariot for your overall energy, forward momentum after difficulty. Okay. You've made a difficult choice. The Lover's card comes before the chariot. And that difficult choice is now leading you in a very particular direction. You feel very certain about it. Or there's a will that you have, a strong will. But see, I feel like the tension here in your reading is like you're on this chariot, you're going down this path, and I'm seeing like it's actually in this deck. I don't know if I'll be able to find it, but I'm seeing a card from this deck, and the card is all about a rite of passage. But let me show you what I'm seeing. And it's an interesting card because the image on the card is not what the book says it is. And it's the only one like that. It's like they redesigned the card and forgot to rewrite the book. And it's kind of peculiar because you kind of have to, well, this is part of your message. You kind of have to reconcile the differences between what is said and what is seen. That is definitely a message for you. Okay. Where is it? This, the crossing, the initiation. That's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing you go on this path here. You're like, do, 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 do. But instead of this portal here, there's a wall. And this is where the bulldozer energy comes through. But you're not bulldozing it. It's something else. Okay, this is where the frustration is. It's like, I'm on my way, but wait a second, there's a block here. Okay, so what you're doing or what Spirit's guiding you to do is to put something in a new order for yourself so that this portal opens, this energy picks up, and then something smashes through this wall and reveals the portal to you. Okay, I'm just going to keep this card out. Maybe we'll read it after because it's really in my head, the image. There's also something about patience here that you're starting to incorporate more. So let's find out more about the chariot. Tell me about your overall energy with the chariot. Now, this is bravery, too. Oh, let's just get one. Because there is confusion already. So we don't want to overload here. There could be a lot of information or a lot of thoughts coming to you all at once. The moon. Yeah, the confusion. Exactly. Now, it fell out in reverse, but I had the deck in reverse, so take it with a grain of salt. The moon, the chariot. See, you're going right into this place of, I mean, it's cool, and I commend you for it. You're like, I'm going on my inner journey. I'm going to figure out the things I don't know. And I'm going in there hot and fierce, and I'm not going to give up. I'm going to have the inner battle with myself, or I'm going to fight a battle where there's some unknowns. Like, I'm doing it. But there is something in this message about needing to find something or figure something out or see some kind of truth that would give you more light in the dark. Okay, there's more light that you need to illuminate your path that you don't have quite yet. Some wisdom, some knowledge, a nugget of information. So you have a lot of tenacity, and spirit respects, and so do I, respects your drive and your will to just go forward, even though things are scary and there's unknown things happening. But see, it's like you might get so caught up in the battle or the fears or the confusion that you don't see this beautiful flower here waiting for you. I'm hearing your heart. You don't need to go on some massive like retreat to do this. That's for some of you. You're thinking about going on some big expensive, like, I don't know, spiritual retreat. You don't need that to go in your inner journey. Now, if you want to, you can, but you could be feeling something's a little bit too decadent. Just be careful, I feel. It's depending on what it is and who's running it, right? It can be very easy to get wrapped up in the other external things around that event, other people, relationships, settings, and amenities, and things like that, than the actual work that you're supposed to be doing with yourself. And I did say that this feels very private. I don't feel like you need anybody to hold your hand here, okay? So that resonates, take it. Now, what you don't see coming is the sun. Well, there's the light that you need, right? To go into the moon. We have the moon and the sun. So right now you're on this chariot and it's still dark. And Spirit's saying, wait, there's light coming. There's illumination coming. I actually love this. It's just what you need. So tell me more about the sun for what you don't see coming. This is positivity. This is a yes. If you've been waiting for an answer, this is a yes. This is growth. This is better health. Eight of Cups in reverse, the walking away, take it with a grain of salt. And Knight of Pentacles in reverse, that's a halting. Yeah, okay. So that's the thing. You're wondering if you should walk away from something or someone, or someone's doing that to you. But there's absolute clarity that comes through, and you don't see this coming. And you get this clarity before the walking away actually happens, if it happens at all. Oh, interesting. Okay, so is Leo going to actually, or I can't ask it that way, because it's up to you what you want to do. What's the Eight of Cups in reverse? We'll just say it that way. What's the Eight of Cups in reverse? The Magician. You get to decide something here. Can't figure out what it is you're going to decide, but it's a good decision. Can I get a little bit more about what you're going to decide to do? Or what the energy's leaning you to do? I mean, you could decide anything, but dissipation, 10 of Buttons in reverse, financial loss, family feud. It feels like something that has been really like tense, some kind of feud with someone or something financial that's been going on with you. You decide to deal with it in a new way, something in a different order. It feels like perhaps you were going to abandon something all along or something like this, or you were going to accept some kind of loss, but you revise something. You don't have a loss here is what I want to say. Now, I also want to say that if somebody has walked away from you or is threatening to, the fear around that is going to dissipate significantly. Okay, it's not going to affect you the way it is right now. There's something here about inheritance as well and legacy. You're controlling something. Somebody might not be able to access something here because of something that you decide or something you do. Okay. Your opportunity, 2929, I just saw, is 9 of Swords. Something might disappear, I'm also hearing, in a way that is like, oh, I don't have to deal with that anymore. And something like an object might actually disappear, and it tells you something. 9 of Swords for your opportunity. Right away, I'm hearing bending the knee here. There's, I want to say even the word submission, but surrender is probably better. But submission wants to come through to your own thoughts. And what I mean by that is like you are, rather than trying to push them away or make sense of them in a way that refuses to listen to your own self, you're actually allowing your thoughts to be heard by yourself. Does that make sense? It's like sometimes you have these thoughts and you push them away or you block them out or you counter them. But it's like you allow your thoughts to be heard. You allow your thoughts the space it needs so that you can make a decision. Because the way this card, we have 7 swords in his back and then 2 of swords here, almost like the 2 of swords card. And this kind of looks like the 7 of swords. So we have a decision to make around something where there's been some trickery or some deception of some sort. And it's been weighing on you. It's been causing you a lot of anguish, or it's been causing a lot of mental chaos. The Tower moment. And you're going to make a decision about what you want to do about this. But you can only make that decision once you actually let in the information or let in the truth, right? That's what I've been saying. You need to see the truth, find the truth, accept it. That's your opportunity, is to listen to those fears and anxieties because they're telling you something. You know, sometimes we need to tell our fears and anxieties to relax, you know. It's just fear, you know, it's just an anxiety produced by a wound, etc., etc. But other times, there's real information in those fears and anxieties. They're really telling us something. Something ain't right here. Okay, so there's something you're addressing, you're choosing to address around some kind of lie or manipulation or trickery, deception. This could be what you've been angry about. Let's see. Tell me more about the 9 of Swords, the Devil, and the King of Swords. Oof. Honey. The Devil, the 9 of Swords, and the King of Swords for your opportunity. You are going to have to really lay down the law, my friend. Now, this could even be with yourself. But it also feels like in some kind of situation, you're going to have to dig deep with the well. See things from a logical, rational standpoint. Also use your intuition, but there's something about working on your emotional reaction to things that could be very helpful for you. Don't let your emotional reactions lead the way in this situation. That's more of what I'm feeling for the Chariot. It's like I'm barreling down this path. I don't care if there's a wall in front of me. You know, it's like kind of reactive, emotional. Some of you might even be feeling spiteful. Not all of you. But that's leading the way, and Spirit saying, hold on, go inside of you, go on your inner quest to find out why this is bothering you so much, or why this has upset you, or why this is even in your field at all. Why are people putting their emotional baggage on you too? You know, without having to like analyze them, analyze yourself, why that's happening. And then you will find some kind of truth there, some kind of illumination with the sun that allows you to manifest the outcome that you want around some kind of situation that has to do with family or support or money or stability or security. And then you will be able to clearly articulate and think through what actions you need to take. It's like you're cutting the devil down to size, but the devil is also in your mind. It's also your shadow. It's also that repression telling, you know, saying, I'm not running this show, but really it's trying to run your show. So there's something about addressing your shadow, but then I also feel like, I don't know, maybe this is somebody else. Let's see. Is there somebody else here that the devil's representing? or something else. Ace of Pentacles and the Six of Wands. Maybe somebody who's gloating about winning something or getting a new opportunity and it's irking you. But I feel mostly it's within you. It's about wanting success. It's about wanting to be victorious. It's about proving to yourself that you deserve things and that life ain't over yet. And it's not. But there's something driving you here. This victory, this I'm going to smash through things, I'm going to do it. That is a little short-sighted. It's not that this isn't possible. It is possible. But you're at an initiation point where the whole idea is to open the portal rather than to smash through something yourself. Use a situation that you've been involved in, transmute the energy with the Magician, and use that energy of the situation to smash through the wall. You know, maybe this is you start a new business built off of something that was really horrible that happened. You know, you take your talent, your skills, and you create something new for yourself. Or maybe this is a relationship that's been dragging you down, but you use that energy to foster something creative in your life. You know, you use it as a catalyst. Okay, let's see the challenge. Page of Cups. That's where the water's coming in too, the creativity aspect of it. Page of Cups is innocence, hope. It can be an apology. Let's see. It can be by being naive. Let's see. Three of Pentacles. Why? What's the Ace of Cups, though? What's going on here? Somebody wants to work with you. Queen of Pentacles. I'm hearing don't demote yourself. Seven of Wands. Strength. Ace of Wands. Somebody could... Yeah, that it's like that walking away. It's like somebody's maybe threatening you at some level, or like giving you an ultimatum, or putting a tight deadline on you. They're treating you like a Page of Cups. And they're coming through as the Queen of Pentacles. Like, oh, Leo, you should be so honored to work with me. It's that energy. Or you should be so honored to be in a relationship with me. And your challenge is not to fall into that. You also, is that true? There could be a question of, do you need to apologize, or should you apologize, or should you acquiesce to something? Getting the King and Queen of Cups with the Page of Cups. And I'm asking Spirit, Five of Cups, should you apologize? And I'm not really getting a clear answer on that. So this could be something that you want to think about. Because my initial feeling, intuition, was you don't need to apologize or explain yourself in order to achieve something or work with someone or get things on a certain track you want to get things on. But then when I went to clarify, I didn't really get that clarification. So this may be what you need to go on an inner journey about. Anything else here for the challenge? Let me use these cards. The challenge. Something about French. Renewal. Yeah, it's like, do you want to... There's like renewal of a contract, renewal of an opportunity. Somebody who was walking away comes back, says, actually, Leo, you know what? This job is for you. I really want to be with you. Whatever it is. Like, there's a renewal energy after this walking away thing. I feel like you don't go for it anymore. Or if you do, it's on your terms. Evolution. Yeah, there's something about changing the order of things. Making things happen on your terms. Okay, Queen of Swords for your guidance. This is cold truth. Cutting both ways. Seeing the truth of yourself and demanding the truth of others. I'm hearing pure reason. But the Queen of Swords also has water energy. The kings have fire and whatever they are, and the queens have water and whatever they are. So it's a balance between your mind and your emotions, your logic and your intuition. Let's see. What's the advice here with the Queen of Swords? Five of Cups. That's the first card that came over here with lamenting, right? Turning that umbrella upside down. There is something here that's been very difficult for you emotionally, or maybe someone else. It's caused some suffering. There is a strong message that you can use this situation to your benefit. This can be the bulldozer that you need to enter into a new timeline, okay? To get that portal thing going. And it requires you to look clearly at what has happened, including your own emotions and how you've been perceiving things, maybe through an emotional lens. Okay, there's something about getting down to the bottom of it. I don't know, okay, what Spirit wants you to do with the energy of Five of Cups. Why am I saying that? Hold on, why am I saying that, Spirit? Well, there's uncertainty. Five Pentacles. Yeah, because there's resistance here. Because I do know what Spirit wants you to do. Spirit wants you to use this as a catalyst. And demand truth from yourself, like your role in things and how you've been maybe self-sabotaging, or you did something that wasn't so gravy, you know? Just be clear about it with yourself. Be honest with yourself, even if it hurts. Okay, take responsibility, accountability. Even if the other person's more at fault than you are, there's still something that you could address within yourself. But don't harp on it at the same time once you figure out what that is. The point is not to go into the depths of despair with yourself. It's to figure out the truth of something that you've been repressing so that you can get out of the Five of Pentacles and Five of Cups and turn it around for yourself into the Sun and Chariot and the initiation. That's what this whole initiation is about. Can you see the truth of the situation? Are you willing to? Okay, and then the outcome, I'm also going to do an extended reading. Wow, this was long. In the extended, we're going to go a layer deeper and see what else comes through. It tends to get more specific. There's less of you that go there. If you're interested in that, the link is in the description box below. If you're not, that's okay. Just trust Spirit gave you all the news. I'm hearing all the news you needed right here. Six of Pentacles. Okay, this is like the image to me is getting ready for that battle. But the Six of Pentacles traditionally is about give and take, sharing resources. But here it looks like there's some kind of battle. And this one guy is working on his shield still. There could be something here where you feel you're working right up to the last minute with something. Tell me more about the Six of Pentacles. Or you no longer want to be part of some upcoming battle. The Empress. The energy for you is less, how can I protect myself? And more, what can I create? Less, how can I win? And more, what abundance am I moving towards? Or do I already have? Okay, Spirit is asking you to step into this Empress energy. To fulfill something. Let me see. Tell me one more. Wisdom. The wisdom to know which battles to fight and which to lose even. Or just not fight at all. There's something that you're about to create in this new timeline, in this new portal. But it requires you focusing your attention elsewhere and not giving so much to some kind of warring energy, some kind of battle. It's like the answer is really simple, because the truth is clear, or it will become very clear, and you need to just make that decision clear cut rather than vacillating or taking into account everybody's personality and their emotions and on and on and on. It's like, it's clear. And when you have wisdom, which you do what you need to do as soon as you can do it, so you can get on with things, better things. Okay? That's what I have for you, Leo. I hope that helped. I love you so much. I'll see you next time.